Welcome to the Game Week 16 team selection video, and without further ado, let's get into this. The first player in my team is the Crystal Palace goalkeeper Guayita. So why have I chosen Guayita? Well, Palace play Everton, and although they just beat Arsenal 2-1, which was a great result for them, they have been in poor form recently. As also I got Sal on my bench, the Wolves goalkeeper, and he plays Man City. So I think I would rather go Guayita against Everton, although Wolves had a better defence, than Sat against Man City, because you know what Man City are like, they can score a bunch of goals and they're a much better side than Everton are. So the first player in my defence is Matty Cash. So Matty Cash is a player who I didn't really want to play this week because he plays Liverpool. They score a lot of goals. Yes, they may keep a clean sheet, but they do score a lot of goals. I didn't really want to play him. But Ben Johnson's injured, who's on my bench, and so is Lewis Dunk. They're not completely ruled out, but I think they are. One has a hamstring, one has a knee issue. I don't think they're going to play. And then my final two defenders are Reece James and Kostas Tsimikas. So Reece James is going to play. He's going to get a run out against Leeds. A pretty decent fixture for them. Leeds concede quite a few goals. Also, they have a decent attack, but they haven't been at their best this season, but obviously they've had a lot of injuries. So Reece James is straight in there, and then Kostas Tsimikas is the final defender, which is a sticky one because I don't think he will play, but he's always in there just in case because Villa at home is a decent fixture for him and Liverpool. But if he doesn't play, it's going to be a sticky one as well because both of my defenders are injured on the bench, so I'm not going to have anybody to come on. But I do want to make two transfers in the midfield or the attack. Won't go into them yet, but in the midfield or the attack because I really want to bring them in. So it's a sticky one there, but we might have to play with 10 players, but I really want to make the two transfers in the attack. But yeah, anyway, enough of that. Let's move on to the midfield. So the first player in my midfield is Son. So this is an interesting one because Son, apparently the Tottenham group have had COVID or something. I don't know. There's been an outbreak, so he may not play. Hopefully they're all right, and hopefully they can play this weekend. But let's say he doesn't, I could be even down to 9 players, which isn't great because he plays Brighton this weekend. And Brighton, they aren't a bad team, but they're going to miss Lewis Dunk. He's pretty much their best defender, so that will weaken them there. So hopefully Son can play this weekend. Obviously Tottenham as well, and they're all well and stuff. And then the next midfielder in my team is Conor Gallagher. So Conor Gallagher this weekend plays Everton as well, just like Guayita. Everton are a pretty poor outfit. Yes, they beat Arsenal, but Arsenal have been in a poor run of form recently. And yeah, Everton aren't great. And although Gallagher hasn't been great recently himself, this would be the type of game to get back in with the goals, get back in with the assists, and get me some points for my FPL team. So the next player in my midfield is the best player in the world, probably, on form. He scored last night against AC Milan. He seems to get goals and assists nearly every time he plays, and that man is called Mohamed Salah. So obviously he's straight in there, like he always is, and he's got the captain's armband once again for like the 28th billionth week in a row because he plays Villa. Not the hardest fixture on paper, but not the easiest, but I'm going to give that to him. He's been brilliant form this season. Hopefully he can return this weekend because I am a Liverpool fan, so I want them to win. And also I have Salah in my fantasy team. And obviously I've got Diogo Jota too in there. He was rested midweek against AC Milan, didn't play any minutes at all. So you would expect him to be right in the attack with Mane and Salah this weekend to hopefully get some goals and assists against Aston Villa. And the final player in my midfield is Rafinha. So the lad here plays Chelsea, which will be a tough fixture for him, but he is their best player, Leeds' best player. He can create chances, he can score goals, he's on set pieces, corners, etc. And hopefully he can get me some points. I know it would take Reece James' clean sheet points away, but Reece James is owned by 35% in the game, whilst Rafinha is only owned by 19.5%. So it kind of bodes well better for Rafinha to get the points because he's lower owned. But yeah, I got both of them in. Hopefully they can both return. That'd be brilliant. But who knows? We'll see what happens this weekend. Now we move on to the attack. And in the attack this week, I have made two changes. Vardy and Jimenez are gone. They're both gone. They've been in for a number of game weeks, but they are out now. And I have replaced Raul Jimenez with Joshua King. He's on penalties. He's got 2 goals in his last 5 games. Not a bad return right there. Also, Watford have got a brilliant set of fixtures coming up. That's why I've got King in. And then I've taken out the Jamie Vardy, who's been quite inconsistent, and brought in Cristiano Ronaldo. And I could have easily kept Vardy in this week because he plays Newcastle at home. I think it's at home, but he plays Newcastle. But Ronaldo plays Norwich. And that fixture is slightly more tempting for this Man United, who have seemed to be almost revolutionised now Solskjaer's gone. So I kind of back them to score more than Leicester do against Newcastle. But who knows what could happen. You could go with either of them this week. But my 2 planned transfers, because they aren't confirmed yet, are Jimenez out, Josh King in, Jamie Vardy out, Cristiano Ronaldo in. And obviously Man United have got a great set of fixtures because I wouldn't bring Ronaldo in only for that fixture there. But yeah, that's my team right there. The bench is weak as it gets. I've literally got Locadia and 2 injured players. So if Son and Tsimikas are out, I've only playing with 9 players. So it's very risky. And I don't know whether to bring in Ronaldo this week. But I'm definitely bringing in Josh King because Jimenez's fixtures start to get really tricky. Also, he hasn't been in great scoring form recently, whereas Josh King, he's a quality player, and also the difference between Vardy and Ronaldo this week isn't too much, whereas like next week and stuff, it starts to get bigger because Man United have some great fixtures coming up, like they play Brentford next. They've also got Brighton, who are a decent team, but they've also got Newcastle, Burnley, etc. Whereas Leicester, yes, they do play Newcastle this weekend, which is obviously usually a walk in the park for most teams. But after that, they play the likes of Tottenham, Everton, Man City, Liverpool, etc. So they've got a tougher set of fixtures. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But as it stands, I'm going to definitely bring in Josh King for Raul Jimenez and probably bring in Ronaldo for Jamie Vardy. And obviously, guys, if you have any questions about my team, about what I'm going to do, put them in the comment section, or about your own team as well. And also, if you have enjoyed this video, see there, the like button, hit that. And also, if you have enjoyed the video and want to check out some more content on the channel, I would greatly appreciate if you could subscribe too. Hopefully, we can get to 150 subscribers by the end of the year. That's the goal. But who knows what can happen. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.